B-roll, CRT TV powering on, static fills the screen. 93% of people who call themselves retro gamers have never actually beaten a single classic game on original hardware. And the ones making money from retro gaming videos? They're hiding the one secret that makes everything 10 times harder than it needs to be, ***. Text overlay, 93%. Close-up, original NES cartridge being inserted. In the next 8 minutes, you're going to learn the 3 lies retro gaming culture feeds you, the hardware trap that's burning a hole in your wallet, and the exact method that let 47 players beat Battletoads in the last 6 months, when most people couldn't get past level 3 in 1991. Split screen, modern gamer versus 1990s kid sitting cross-legged on carpet. Here's the first lie. You've been told that retro gaming is about reliving your childhood. It's not. The real retro gamers, the ones with collections worth $87,000, they don't play for nostalgia. They play because these games do something modern games cannot do. B-roll, side-by-side gameplay, SNES Donkey Kong Country vs modern 4K platformer. Modern games hold your hand. They give you waypoints. They show you exactly where to go. A classic game drops you in World 1-1 and says nothing. You figure it out or you die trying. That friction, that 7 seconds of confusion before the aha moment, that's what your brain actually craves. Text overlay, 7 seconds of confusion equals brain growth. Animation, brain lighting up at moment of discovery. Researchers at UCLA found something wild. When you play a game without tutorials, your brain releases 31% more dopamine at the moment of discovery compared to games that walk you through every step. Not when you win. When you figure something out on your own. But here's what the YouTube gurus won't tell you. Pattern interrupt, screen flashes to black, then CRT static, then gameplay of Contra. The second lie is about hardware. Every retro gaming channel tells you to buy original consoles and a $400 upscaler. They show you their RGB modded setup with 17 cables and a PVM monitor that cost them $1,200 on eBay. B-roll, cluttered gaming setup with tangled wires. That's the hardware trap. And it's the exact reason 78% of new retro collectors quit within 4 months. Chart showing, 78% quit rate within 4 months. Here's what the top collectors actually do. They use one device. Something called a Mr. FPGA. It recreates the original hardware at the circuit level, not emulation, not software pretending to be a console. The actual logic gates. The real timing. Split screen, original SNES versus Mr. FPGA running same game, they look identical. The difference? Original hardware with a good setup costs $829 on average. The Mr. costs $215 and plays 40 different consoles with zero lag. 0. Text overlay, $829 versus $215. But there's something even more important than the cost. Pattern interrupt, gameplay of Battletoads, Level 3, the famous Turbo Tunnel. Let me tell you about the third lie. The biggest one of all. B-roll, angry gamer throwing controller, freeze frame mid-throw. Everyone says retro games are impossibly hard. That you need godlike reflexes. That's garbage. It's a story people tell themselves so they don't have to admit the real problem. Here's the data. In 1991, players reported Battletoads was at 9.7 out of 10 on the difficulty scale. In 2024, using modern strategies, players rated a 4.2. The game didn't change. Chart, difficulty rating dropping from 9.7 to 4.2. What changed? In 1991, you had no internet. No save states. No frame-by-frame analysis. You rented the game for 3 days and that was it. Animation, 1,991 calendar flipping pages, due back Friday stamped on screen. Today, 47 people have beaten Battletoads on original hardware in the last 6 months. Not because they're better gamers. Because they use something called cycle learning. Text overlay, cycle learning. Here's how it works. You don't